Hey, it's Tim here, coach of men who want more, and today's message goes out to my brothers out there, my gentlemen, my men, how to dig yourself out of a deep hole. Are you stuck in a deep hole at the moment in your life? Are you stuck in a deep hole emotionally? Is it physically? Is it mentally? Whatever that deep hole is, I want to give you some guidance, some support, and a little bit of challenge here via this message and be a real voice of value for you today. Maybe financially you're in a deep hole, or you've got pressures in your relationships, whether it's in your marriage from your wife or from your partner or from family or from friends. Maybe it's from a health point of view, you're in a deep hole there, you haven't been looking after yourself, you have low energy, you're overweight, you're not in great shape. Or maybe it's in your business, you're in a deep hole there, you made some poor decisions, things haven't gone the way that you would have liked and your business isn't moving and growing in the right direction. Or are you in a deep hole just with your confidence? You want to start the business, or you want to go for the new job, or you're in a current job or a career that's not very fulfilling and you're in a deep hole there. Maybe emotionally you've been stuck in a deep hole for some time and you're looking for the light and you're not quite sure where to go. I want to talk to you today about how you can get out of that deep hole, that big hole. I've been there many times in my life across many different areas. I've been there when my dream of playing professional rugby league was shattered in front of my face. I've been there in multiple relationships, feeling emotionally like I didn't know what to do as a man. I've been there with my health, traveling the world and feeling something that I've always had a handle on started to slip, and I was in a deep hole there and not really understanding how to move through it at that time. And financially, many times throughout my life, I've been in a deep hole financially. So I know what you're going through, and I know at times that darkness emotionally can get you down, and then your mind starts playing tricks on you and you really start doubting and you have fear that comes up. Maybe that fear is overwhelm and you're overthinking. Maybe it's just fucking worry and anxiety. Maybe it's just a fear of failure or rejection. Maybe it is even a fear of success and that responsibility. However it shows up for you, the first thing that I want to help you with is the belief that things will get better. Maybe you've been there in that deep dark hole and things are starting to get better and you're just wanting to break through a little bit more. I honor you for that. Or maybe you're deep and you're rock bottom right now. I want to send out my support to you because it's challenging, it's painful, I get it. But the belief that things can and will get better, that is something that we need to start from. As strong, courageous men, and I know that you've had that courage and that confidence in your life at some point in time, we need to start from that belief that, you know what, things can get better. I don't know how. Don't start with the hows, because when we start with the how's things going to get better, we start getting overwhelmed and feel like shit. I don't want that for you. And I've been there when I've been in those deep dark holes and all I could think about is how, and my mind's blank. And I don't know the answers right in that moment. So therefore, that loops back to a belief that things will never get better. Now, if you want to stay there, that's fine, all well and fine, because you're addicted to your problems or you're addicted to the stress. Now, that's not the way forward though. Now, you can be there, you can feel through your problems, and I absolutely encourage you to do that. And not to put your head in the sand and pretend that that deep dark hole doesn't exist. Face your fears, because this is where your freedom follows. Freedom follows that fear. So when you face it and you go head on into it, then all of a sudden things become a little bit lighter. But not stay there. Start with the belief that things can and will get better. And then secondly, follow that up with you're responsible for that. You as a man, as a guy walking through this world, are responsible for your happiness, for potentially your family's happiness, and those that you love. Now, I don't mean that it's your job to make them happy, but to do everything within yourself to be unstoppable within. That belief of you're unstoppable, and that you can get yourself out of this deep dark hole, whatever it is, whether you're in a shitload of debt, whether the business is failing, whether the marriage is on the rocks, whether your health is up the shit, whatever it is, that deep dark hole, whether you just feel like half the man that you used to, you can and will break through if you believe it. Now, a common problem in this day and age with all humans, I believe, is we get addicted to our problems. And I've been there. I've been that misery guts, addicted to my problems in the past. And it takes strength to be able to cut that pattern, break that pattern, and no longer indulge in those problems. No longer let your self-doubt, your worry overwhelm you, which limits your capability and your potential moving forward and moving through the deep dark holes that you're in. Because if you're like me, you know that life is full of challenge. The bigger the challenge, the bigger the growth. So if there's challenge in your life right now, feel through the shit to begin with, but then honor it. Fucking honor it and go, I'm breaking through here. I'm going to be unstoppable. Whatever it takes. I know that there'll be pain. I know that there'll be struggle. I know that there'll be challenge. But my belief is I will and can get through this. I want you to do something if you're watching. Well, a shout out to Andrea, Sarah, Zoe, Abden. Thanks for jumping on, guys. Appreciate your support. I want you to think about this. If you're in a deep, dark hole right now, having the belief that you will and can get through it, and no longer indulging in your problems. Now, this doesn't mean putting your head in the sand and forgetting about your problems. This means tackling those problems, but focusing 90% on the solutions and where you want to go, rather than all the shit that's going on in your life, or even worse, or the shit that went on in your life past, and we keep reliving it and recycling it. You deserve more than that. You deserve to go after your dreams. You deserve to dig yourself out. The bigger the challenge, the bigger the growth, like I said earlier. So if you can muster that mindset and have that belief and the attitude that no matter what happens, I can and will handle it, and I will move another step forward. I'll take another step out of this hole, and I trust in myself. I trust in myself that I can move forward. I can move forward. Now, this doesn't mean you have to do everything by yourself and get no support. Absolutely not. If you're smart and you're intelligent, you honor that it's your responsibility to dig yourself out of the hole. But then you'll get support. You'll find people or resources that can help you to move you out of the hole a little bit quicker and with a little bit less pain. But not shying away from the pain and not wanting the pain. Because when us as humans, we have two types of motivation, right? We have avoiding the pain and accessing pleasure. Rather than avoiding the pain, what I'd suggest you explore within your own mindset is, what happens if the pain's there for a reason? What happens if, rather than trying to avoid the pain all the time, I actually move into the pain and feel through the pain, and then I create a new belief from that pain to say, hey, this is just another challenge I need to break through. I know it's not always that easy. I know if emotionally you're struggling, it's not that easy. I know if mentally you're in a bad place, it's not that easy. I know physically, if you're not in a great place, it's not that easy just to go, well, I'm just going to transform my belief. But it starts with the decision too. And then you create momentum day by day until you have that belief, that thought. A belief is nothing but a thought of certainty that, hey, I can dig myself out. I want you to do a little exercise. I want you to think back to a time in your life. Think back to a time right now in your life, I'll give you a few seconds, where you broke through. Was it in a business that you've had or you currently have? Was it in your marriage or with your kids? Was it within your health and your energy and your body? Was it financially? Was it spiritually? Was it through your hobbies or your vacations or holidays where you just broke through? You made something happen which you didn't think possible, or you just got some great results. Think back to that time. I remember back to 2012 or 13 with him. I was in health and fitness. I think it was 12. And I had a Thailand trip coming up. And I just wanted to get in incredible shape for that Thailand trip. Call it vanity. And me and a buddy worked out. Shout out to Mark, old training buddy. And we worked out as hard as we could. We ate incredibly well. We slept. We managed our stress. And I conquered that. And I think back to that. And whenever I feel like I don't have the energy I want, or I'm not as committed to my fitness as I'd like to be, or I'm starting to eat a bit of junk, or I'm not sleeping that well, I'm getting overwhelmed with stress, I think back to that time and go, you know, I was on point there. I nailed that. And it gives me that confidence. It helps me have this foundational belief I can and will handle anything. And no matter the hole that I'm in right now, I know that all I need is within me to get myself out of it. And then I pull on some support. I pull on some friends, I pull on a coach, I pull on a book here, I pull on some great audio or something, or reading something that goes into my mind to help me shift my belief quicker. And that's how you get great results. So if you've got a question, well, I look here. Andrea, thanks for staying on. Sarah, Zoe, Abden, Helen, thanks for jumping on. Ladies, obviously this applies to you, you wonderful ladies as well. And I just want to say thank you. If you've got a question in and around how to, maybe you're going through a deep dark patch, or you know somebody who has, make sure you PM me if you want a little bit more guidance on this. But it does start with that belief, that choice, that belief to break through, to feel unstoppable, moving towards what you want, getting clarity around that, and just trusting that the light's there. The light's there. Rather than looking left all the time, which can be looking at all the problems, start looking right. What are some of the solutions? What can I be grateful for? And that starts to shift that belief, and then day by day you start to come out of that darkness, and that hole that you were once in, you're starting to cover up. It's not as traumatic, it's not as hard emotionally, it's not as hard mentally, it's not as hard physically, because you're doing the work. Like anything that you've achieved in your life or any success that you've had, you know that it takes work. This is no different. Whatever that hole you're in your life right now, it's going to take work to get out. I know you know that, but sometimes common sense isn't common practice. So I want you to really understand that a new belief is going to help you more than anything. More than a pep talk from me, more than a great conversation with a friend, more than something to listen to, but the belief that you have within that, you know what, as hard as it is, as shit as I feel right now, I can get myself out of this. I don't know how. We don't have to focus on the hows right now. As you muster that belief and you build that belief within you, the hows will start to open up. Oh, there's a little pocket of inspiration there. I'll go that way. Oh, that way. And then all of a sudden the journey becomes more enjoyable because we're not so fixated on the future of the hows. We're more in the now, understanding what's going on within us, and we're creating rock solid beliefs which are going to empower us in the direction of what we want in our life. Hope this is sticking for some of you guys. Appreciate you on here. If you're watching the replay, thank you very much. Again, comment below, like this video, share this video. Your support means the world to me. I honestly mean that. The work that I get to do in the world, I'm very fortunate for, and it's because of people just like you who have this message resonates with, that allows me to do that. So thank you so much. Share this, like this video, and if you want some private guidance, please PM me. I'm here to help, and have an incredible day. Have a wonderful day wherever you're watching from, and it's a beautiful day here in Perth, Western Australia, so I might get out and have a little bit of sun, and until I'm on again, until I meet you again, until I see you again, it's your time to step into your strength and to be the best man you can be.